Hey, good morning, y'all. Give a few of you time to catch on, get a drink of my water here. I want to thanks for joining this second episode of Golf and God. So Tuesday mornings is my Sabbath. I usually work, Sundays and all weekend long, and so Tuesdays is kind of the day that I just take for myself to kind of do. Enjoy life, and I usually do a Bible study when I'm out on the golf course, so I thought I would share that with you. What's up, Austin? How you doing? Vicky, all the way on the West Coast. Juan, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. James, looking forward to Thursday, brother. It's going to be fun, man. So we're just sitting out here on the golf course. BJ, how you doing? I'm playing a beautiful course today. It's still green here. It's been hot, as you know, in Kansas for a week or so now. Super hot. And just blessed to be out here today. Two things on my mind. Later today, in a comment field here. Well, maybe I can post the pictures now. No, I can't. So, anyways, we find that sometimes we're on the offending side, and sometimes we're on the oppressed side of wrongdoing. And this week, man, I'm telling you what, I was tested. I'll post some pictures of my house. My house was just ransacked and trashed, and it was hard. It was hard to stomach. And for 3 days, I prayed that God would just magically take all the problems away. I didn't want to deal with it. Didn't want to face it. It was just a huge mess, a huge cleanup, and I didn't want to deal with it. And Sunday morning, listening to a sermon, and then again listening through a devotional this week. I'm reminded that God doesn't promise us that He will get us out of situations. He promises us He will get them through situations. And I think of the 23rd Psalm, and it says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." You have to walk through the valleys. You have to walk through the shadows of death. That's a dark passage with a great hope in the end. But God is with you the whole way, and you have to remember that. And then I think about, Daniel in the lion's den. In Daniel 6, the whole story is there, and it's crazy to think that God has the power to do everything. But what makes that story so much more powerful is that God sent His own being, whatever form or shape you want to believe that it was, whether it was Jesus or an angel or God Himself, to walk through that fire with Daniel. And when they looked into the fire, they saw 4 men walking, not 3. And that again just reiterates that God is here to walk through things with us, not to take us away from them and never experience them. And I fully believe the reason for that is the testimony that comes from those trials and events. When I personally look back over my spring, which was one of the worst things I've ever been through, had I not gone through the appendicitis and the discovery of the tumor and the surgery and all the crap that I went through, that so many of us do, health problem arises. Had I not gone through that, I never would have been reintroduced to some of you, and especially our Child Fund program. And so every time I talk to someone about Child Fund, I'm reminded that I have to tell that story. Miracle that tumor was found, and I don't know if this train's going to get really loud or not, but if it does, we'll pause and come back. Apparently there's tracks right back here. No idea. There it is. So anyways, it's important that I tell that testimony when I'm talking to people about sponsoring a child, because it really was my miracle. And here's the cool thing about the word testimony. If you know the Hebrew derivative of that, it means to do it again, to do again. And what that means is that every time you tell your testimony, it puts value in the words that are coming out of your mouth because it gives glory to God. And when we give Jesus credit, the Bible says that we prophesy for future healing. Revelation 19:10 says that it is the testimony of Jesus, which is the spirit of prophecy. And it's just crazy good stuff. It's just crazy good stuff. Now, is it easy to talk about every day? Nope. I wish that was a time in my life that I'd never been through. But to know that it's letting other people heal and letting other people and other miracles happen in the world, that's crazy powerful stuff. So that's pretty cool. And anyways, I'll share the pictures of, but anyways, what happened was yesterday, I just said, okay, God, you're going to get me through this. We're going to clean this mess up. And it was almost instantaneous from the start of that cleanup process. 2 people showed up out of nowhere and said, hey, we're here to help. And we had that house cleaned up in 3 hours. So Dory, thanks for the compliment on the curls. It's just, I didn't get a haircut through COVID, and I kind of like it. So as long as it doesn't get too hot this summer, I guess it's gonna stay. But Cami, thanks for joining us this morning. This is definitely a message for you as well as for me. So I guess 3 points. Know that you're not alone in this world. God is walking with you and through you, and you just have to walk with Him and let Him be a part of every day, every moment of every day. That's why I make Him a part of my golf game. This is something that I enjoy and relax, and I get to share with you, and I'm grateful for that. And then the other point from today's study is your testimony. Look back in your life at all the miracles that have happened, all the things that could have gone wrong and didn't go wrong. There's a reason for that, and that is Jesus Christ. And when we tell that story, Revelation tells us powerful things happen, powerful things of prophecy. It's just one of the gifts of the Spirit, and that's exactly how you activate it. So, I don't know, encouraging words that I received this week and that I could apply to my life, and I'm sure that I can apply tomorrow and the next day. And I just encourage you to pray the Lord's Prayer every day. Know that God's will for you is to prosper you and not see you harmed, and to keep you from evil. And know that His intent is good, and be quick to forgive, because we want people to forgive us. So I know I've got people out there like that. So anyways, thanks for joining me today. A little Golf and God with Jake. You guys have a blessed day.